Welcome to Small Talk. My name is David Shaw. Death and the threat of death have been the headline news for over 12 months now. But in recent days, particular deaths have caught the headlines. So last Friday, the palace announced the death of the 99-year-old Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Philip. Then over the weekend, we heard about the death of 20-year-old Daunte Wright, who died in being shot by the police in a suburb of Minnesota. And then today we heard about 90-year-old Shirley Williams, a former Labour and then Social Democrat, then Liberal Democrat member who had been a cabinet minister in her time. And then also today the announcement of 13 unnamed people who have died from COVID-19 in the last 24 hours following a positive test in the last 28 days. Death. Is it a great leveller, or is it an indication of different structures, perhaps unjust structures in our society and across societies and cultures across the world? A friend of mine went to a funeral of somebody who was, you might describe them as a prince of the church. And although it's a story, it's a true story about Habsburg emperors and kings and what happened at their burials. So I want you to imagine this particular Habsburg emperor is called David. David dies, lies in state for a while, is then put in a coffin, and then the entourage of soldiers and national leaders and religious people and all the sorts of high and important people that surround these affairs go in procession to the Capuchin convent where is found the imperial crypt. And they get to the door, and the Grand Chamberlain bangs with his silver cane 3 times, 1, 2, 3 on the door. And the doorkeeper says, "Who's there?" And the Chamberlain then recites the long list of titles and names associated with Emperor David. So would read, Emperor of Austria, Apostolic King of Hungary, King of Bohemia, Dalmatia, Croatia and Slovenia, and a long list of other titles that if you wish to follow up, you can look on the website. And the doorkeeper shouts back, "I do not know you," and the door remains shut. So the Chamberlain gets their silver cane and bangs 3 more times on the door. "Who is there?" shouts the doorkeeper, and the Chamberlain shouts back, "His Majesty the Emperor, the King." And the doorkeeper shouts back, "I do not know you," and the door remains shut. The Chamberlain gets their silver cane 3 more times on the door. "Who goes there?" shouts the doorkeeper. "David, a poor mortal and a sinner." "Come in," says the doorkeeper, and the door swings open. Is death a great leveller?